Angela Deem, the 90 Day Fiancé and 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After star, isn't solely known for her appearances in the highly controversial series. Long before Deem would be accused of setting her husband, Michael Insomni's car on fire amid cheating allegations, Deem was embroiled in a few of her own that unraveled with her appearance on NBC's Maury. Join us as we talk about the 90 Day Fiancé star's previous appearance on the NBC show. Starting with, when was Angela on Maury? Deem was reality television royalty long before flying halfway across the globe to meet up with her online boyfriend in Nigeria and kickstart their budding romance in 90 Day Fiancé. The Hazelhurst, Georgia native had appeared not once, but twice on NBC's controversial chat show Maury. Interestingly enough, Deem appeared both times to accuse her daughter of the same thing, cheating on her boyfriend. Scotty Deem, Angela's daughter, was called alongside her mother on the show back in 2015 when the TLC darling accused her of fathering her grandchild, Anna Skye, with a man outside of her relationship with her then boyfriend and supposed father of the child. Scotty had been dating Terry for a few years when she became pregnant with the couple's first child, Anna Skye. In 2015, Angela went on Maury, claiming that she caught her daughter messing around with her ex-boyfriend Chris at their home when Terry was away. This was a few weeks before Scotty announced that she was pregnant, which led Angela to believe that Chris might have fathered her child. The episode was intense, to put it lightly. Angela, in her iconic fashion, was loud and assertive, claiming that she didn't want to be held responsible for her daughter's actions and knew that if her relationship with Terry fell through, she'd be the one taking care of the couple's children, her grandkids. The host, Maury Povich, revealed the DNA results at the end of the episode. Now, if you've ever watched an episode or two of the NBC Veterans Chat Show, you'd know the suspense that precedes the revelation is unreal. Terry was the father. When Maury made the revelation, Angela hugged it out with her daughter and admitted defeat. That episode should have ended with a "to be continued" tagline, because 2 years later, Angela was back on set with a similar accusation. What's more, the Deem's family's second appearance on the show. Casting directors at NBC must have seen real potential in Angela, Scotty, and Terry. So much so, they called the trio back again for a 2016 episode that surrounded the same premise. Angela came in guns blazing, accusing her daughter yet again of sleeping with another man and fathering her second child, Angie, with a man other than Terry. This time, however, Angela was a lot more explosive, kind of like the Angela we love to hate in 90 Day Fiancé. The woman began by berating her daughter, and Terry repeatedly told both of them to shut up. The situation got so out of control that security had to step in to separate Deem and Terry from getting into a physical confrontation. The host, Maury, then told Angela that if someone should be keeping quiet, it should be her, referencing her 2015 appearance on the show where Angela was shown to be wrong in accusing her daughter of sleeping around. At the time, however, Scotty admitted that another man had been to the house but claimed he was only there to freshen up and that he was a friend of hers. Angela claimed that the couple's second daughter, Angie, had the same kidney disease as her daughter and cited that she was afraid she'd have to be the one to take care of both of them, a responsibility the Georgia native claimed she wasn't ready to take on. And then the results were read, and it was almost like we were back in 2015. Terry was the father of Scotty's child. Again, Angela let out a sigh and embraced her daughter before the three of them exited the stage. Moving on, what's Angela's relationship like with Scotty and Skyla? It looks like Scotty and Terry called it quits by the time Angela made her debut on 90 Day Fiancé back in 2020. The 56-year-old hospice nursing assistant had been looking after her two daughters, 6 grandkids, and her ailing mother in Georgia when she connected with a 34-year-old Lagos native, Michael, via Facebook. Hearing that Michael was the embodiment of the internet-famous Nigerian prince, her daughters, Scotty and Skyla, were understandably concerned. However, despite a few errs in judgment, the pair seemed to be enjoying long-distance matrimonial bliss. By errs, we mean the fact that both reality stars have been accused of cheating on one another. Did you see it coming? Let us know in the comments. Now back to Scotty and Skyla. Scotty shared 2 media appearances with her mother in 2015 and 2016 respectively, but wasn't an active cast member on TLC's reality series. Why is that? Because around the same time as her mother was off filming the show in Nigeria, Scotty was being questioned by the police on child molestation charges. The charges were filed by the 15-year-old boy's grandmother, who accused Deem's oldest daughter of pursuing her grandson in spite of her warnings. Scotty was convicted but released earlier, even though the maximum sentence in her case would have been for 20 years. Deem's younger daughter, Skyla, had had a few court battles of her own. The mother of 4 has had to go back and forth to prove the legitimacy of her kids with her father and her ex-partner. Allegedly, Skyla's ex hasn't paid a dime in child support for the 4 kids since the pair separated sometime in 2021. Finishing this segment with the weird Deem family. If you were to pass by the Deem family's home in Hazelhurst, Georgia, you wouldn't think much of it besides the fact that it belonged to a matriarchal suburban family. Inside, however, you'll find that the family is well on their way to becoming the next Here Comes Honey Boo Boo family. Deem is a perfect perfect incarnation of Mama June. Both women have had troubled relationships with men, have asked a lot of their daughters, and have had dramatic body modifications in the past. To Deem's credit, however, she's never had a criminal record of her own. So how weird is the family exactly? With Scotty's 2017 arrest, Skyla's numerous court appearances, a potential son-in-law in jail, and 2 grandkids being featured on Maury when they were infants, there's nothing that would surprise us anymore. Hey wait, we forgot to mention something. Angela has asked Skyla for her eggs. That's right, the 56-year-old revealed she couldn't have kids anymore and that Michael really wanted to have a few kids of his own. The pair decided the best thing for them to do would be to ask Deem's daughter for one of her eggs to fulfill her hopes and dreams. Skyla unsurprisingly said no, much to Angela's disappointment. Next in other news, is this the end of the road for Angela? Many have come, but not many have stayed in TLC's budding reality scene. Deem appeared alongside her Nigerian fiancé in the 2020 season of 90 Day Fiancé, who later on became her husband in the spin-off series Happily Ever After. Angela's over-the-top personality, her loudness, and her obnoxious behavior were a hoot with viewers, which might be why TLC invited her on for more episodes. Now, however, fans are calling for the reality star to be ejected from the platform. They're claiming that Deem's personality quickly went from being quirky to controlling, manipulative, and borderline abusive. In episode 6 of Happily Ever After, Deem's shown thrashing Michael's car amidst cheating allegations. Previously, she instructed her husband to delete his Instagram profile that she claimed he created without her permission. Michael, for his part, is equally as controversial. In response to Angela's demands, the Lagos native asked for $5,000 to delete his social media presence. What can we say? They seem like they were meant to be. Following this, Emily Bieberly's incredible transformation. Emily Bieberly is known for appearing alongside her then fiancé and now husband Kobe Blaze on season 9 of TLC's 90 Day Fiancé. The pair became one of the few from the reality series that ended up getting married. Kobe and Emily moved to the United States, where they had 3 more children. Recently, the 31-year-old shared images on social media to show her dramatic full-body transformation. Bieberly lost an astounding 18 pounds following the birth of her youngest child, Scarlett. The 90 Day Fiancé alum spoke about her struggles with postpartum depression, her eating habits, and the fact that she had her placenta transformed into pills, something Bieberly claimed helped with her weight loss. To each their own. Finally, who is Patrick Mendez? Patrick Mendez was quite easily one of the more interesting characters from season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé. That's saying a lot considering how everyone from the show is equally as controversial. But Mendez was a step above with his over-the-top personality, his need to control his fiancé, and the bizarre fact that he actually got married to Thais Ramone despite the couple's struggles throughout filming. Oh, and they're welcoming a baby girl soon. Patrick is a salesman and recruiter for the home security company Vivint, which has been a lucrative business for him. He owns a fairly large home in the US and drove around in a brand new Tesla, something Ramone made a point to mention during every episode. That's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on Angela Deem? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.